That was Shower the People. Let's give them another hand, please. So this month is about power, the power of our words, our thoughts, and our action. So I need you guys to really get into this song that something wonderful can happen to all of us.
Wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Whoa, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in me body. I can feel it in me soul. I can feel it in me heart, and it won't let me go. Something wonderful, hey, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it. I can feel it in my body. Can you feel it in your soul? I can feel it in me soul. I can feel it. I can feel it in me heart. And it won't let me go. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening right here, right now. Hey, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening right here, right now, right now. Hey, and all this love inside, you know we can let it shine and know something wonderful is happening right here, right now. Come on, everybody, sing this. Hey, something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And I can feel it in my body. I can feel it. I can feel it in me soul. I can feel it. And it won't let go. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening right here, right now. Something wonderful is happening right here, right now. Something I can feel it. I can feel it in me soul. Can you feel it in your heart? It won't let you go. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening right here, right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening right here, right now. Yeah, something wonderful.
Woo! That's right. Something wonderful is happening. Woo! It's called Unity of Omaha. Can I get a yes? Yeah. In the sanctuary. Woo. I am Reverend Brenda Peters, and I want to welcome you all here today in person and online. And if you are on Facebook, don't forget to check in that you are virtually here with us at Unity of Omaha. And today, let's go ahead and start with our wonderful announcements, because we have something wonderful happening all the time here. And that includes looking for a spiritual social action ministry leader, program leader. Now, you do have to be a member, but right now is a great time to get into this ministry, to lead this ministry, to put us out there into the community so that we can do acts of good for others and show people that Unity of Omaha is here, and we're here for everyone to help, serve, and lead. So if you're interested, email me, Brenda, at unityomaha.org, and I will give you more details. And if you want to be in the know about all the wonderful things that are happening here at Unity of Omaha, please sign up for our email newsletter. And you do that by emailing Becky at unityomaha.org, and she'll get you signed up. Also, 10 minutes or so after service on Zoom, we will have a fellowship. So make sure you look in your e-news, or there is an email that went out with the link. Click on the link and hop on in, and we'll talk about something wonderful. Not sure what, but something wonderful. And if you need to be supported in prayer, please also know that you can email the prayer chaplains at prayer@unityomaha.org. And as always, we do need your support financially, spiritually, energetically. So please keep us in your donations, in your love offerings and tithes. And you can do that by text, email, or not email, snail mail, or go online at unityomaha.org, click on the donate button. And let's go ahead now and state our vision so that we can keep it top of mind, what we are here to do. So please stay with me. In oneness with universal energy, we celebrate a world united in divine love. We do, and we do this by our mission. So please say this with me also. We raise vibrational consciousness through creative teachings, positive prayer, and a nurturing community. We are in the power. We are in the power. I got the power, which is one of the songs. And there's another song that's, anyway. I love those power songs. So come with us in May, be in power. And also now, the power, we know the power of prayer. So let's go ahead and get in a time of prayer. If you would, please lower your gaze or close your eyes. Get comfortable wherever you're at. And let's all connect with that power inside of us, that divine light, that divinity that rises up when we pay attention, when we listen, when we understand that we have the power inside of us, around us, and through us. And through our thoughts, words, actions, and emotions, we can have and do and be anything. This is what we believe. This is what we know. This is the truth of who we are. So let us get rid of all thoughts of lack. Use those denial and affirmations. Push aside any limiting beliefs and come into the power of I am divine. I am love. I am worthy. And I am. And we're grateful for this time and this opportunity to be together, to learn, to listen, to laugh, and to love. But also most to be Unity of Omaha, together online and in person. And so it is. Amen.
This is a spirit song, so we ask everyone to stand with us. And we're going to call this jazzercise this morning because I want to see you moving and singing and dancing and clapping to this song.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Come on!
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Power!
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Here it is!
Here we go. I got the power to make all my dreams come true. I got the power, there's nothing I can't do. Oh, I got the power to be anything I want. I got the power inside of me. Yes, I do now. I got the power inside of me. Every day I'm wasting my time thinking that someone else is gonna do it all for me. I've got to get up, get out, get it, just get started. Take one step towards my destiny. I'll define my direction with clear-cut intention. Declare what will be, and then watch it come to me. You know, I got the power to make all my dreams come true. I got the power, there's nothing I can't do. Oh, I got the power to be anything I want. I got the power inside of me. What you say now? I got the power inside of me. There's a days when I feel I'm no good. I'm no good. Days when I don't even want to try. But when I stop, look and listen and surrender, I hear a voice of truth I can't deny. It says, yo, you can do it. Just get down to it. Have faith in yourself and the will to see it through. Well, I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I got the power. There's nothing I can't do. I got the power to be anything I want. I got the power inside of me. What you say now? I got the power inside of me. In those times when I feel so frightened and it seems like I just can't go on, I've got to look deep inside, 'cause that's where I'll find the power, the power, the power inside of me. Yeah. Woo. I got the power to make all my dreams come true. I got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I got the power to be anything I want. I got the power inside of me. What you say now? I got the power inside of me. Come on, let's say it. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power inside of me. Do it again. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power inside of me. One more time. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power inside of me.
See, I told you we got the power. Ha ha! I like that song. Okay, so today's daily word, well, inspiration of daily word, is offered by Susan Kimball, prayer chaplain. And this is by Linda Martella Whitslet, her book, Divine Audacity. We were created for power. It is in us to succeed, to move forward, and to accomplish. As it is true for all of our abilities, power can be used to improve or control our material life, and it can be cultivated as spiritual power for inner transformation as well as blessings for others. 100 years ago, Charles Fillmore captured the trouble so many have in succeeding. Today, men are striving to acquire power through money, legislation, and man-made government, and falling short because they have not mastered themselves.
Spread your wings and fly. You belong to the sky. Many wonders lie waiting within your mind's eye. And as you believe, you will receive. As you believe, you will receive. As you believe. With great clarity, claim your destiny beyond perceived boundaries lies possibilities. And as you believe, you will receive. As you believe, you will receive. As you And as you believe, you will receive. As you believe, you will receive. As you keep hanging on to sight unseen. The world belongs to those who believe in your dreams. You will receive. As you believe. As you believe.
Good morning. As you believe, you will receive. You know, that reminds me of what we talked about a few weeks ago when we talked about our thoughts and how our thoughts are part of us stepping into our power. And so we're going to move a little forward. Last Sunday we talked about our words, and our words being the next piece of us stepping into our power. But you know, our spirit song really kind of nailed it, because the spirit song actually talked about being. And it wasn't just, I'm going to sit here and think how wonderful I am. And then I'm going to sit here and tell you how wonderful I am. Do you believe it? Does it make it true? Probably not. But when I step into action is when we believe it.
Yes.
You know, how many of you have heard it said that people will not remember you for your words, but they will remember you for your actions? That's what it's all about. And if we don't act according to our words and our thoughts, then we're breaking the linkage there. It's just not coming together. So never, ever underestimate the power of your actions. Because one small gesture, one tiny gesture, you can change a person's life. And that person, of course, it's going to be you, but you never know who else's life you're going to change by being the best you can be, by living your best life, by actually showing up for the thoughts you have and the words that come out of your mouth. I mean, why would you say one thing, think one thing, say something else, and do yet even something else farther than that? It's kind of not in any kind of form of integrity, is it? With self. So here's something to think about. What we are today is a result of our own past actions. Whatever we wish to be in the future depends on our present actions. Decide how you want to act now, because we are responsible for what we are. Whatever we wish ourselves to be, we have the power to make ourselves. That be, we have to be it. You know, and I'm a firm believer in denials and affirmations. That's something we teach in Unity. You know, we deny the power that anything has over us, and we affirm the truth that we know. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I've never known anybody's life to change if that's all they do, is sit in a room and do denials and affirmations. You've got to put the action to it. You have to start practicing it. You have to engage with it and be. So here's an example. If you told me that you wanted to win the lottery and that you've been dreaming of winning the lottery and you've been affirming that you're going to win the lottery and you've been imaging in your mind what it would be like if you won the lottery, that's great, isn't it? But you never bought a ticket. How's that going to happen? You know, granted, maybe someday somebody might come up and say, "Here, I bought you a lottery ticket." But you know what? If you're not taking action for your own good, then you're sending mixed messages out into the universe. Amen. You know? When we think something and we say something, but we show up in a different way, it's a formula, everybody. It's a formula. And it doesn't just take thinking. It doesn't just take words, but it takes actions. And next Sunday, Brenda's going to talk about one other component. And what I can promise you, because my life is this, that when you put all of the components together, you are creating an energy of manifestation both within your life and then with the life around you. Action. You know, I was reading something this morning by Jack Canfield, the guy who did Chicken Soup for the Soul. And he talked about what stops us from being in action. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. Can you be in action, or are you suffering from inaction? I know a lot of people are doing the latter. And what stops us from being actually active in our action? Could it be fear? Oh my gosh, if I do that, I'm thinking it and I've been talking about it, but what if I do it? And what if people think that I'm nuts? So what? Those of you that have been around here for a while have heard me say, not once, not twice, but time and time again, what other people think of you is none of your business. Amen. What other people think of you is none of your business. It has nothing to do with this you. We have to step up and we have to put action to our heart's desires. Because if we don't, then are we setting our intention? Are we setting our direction? Are we moving in the direction of our dreams? Another good song? Yeah. So what are some other things that stop us from being in an active position in our lives? I think sometimes we get a bad case of the can'ts. I can't do that. I'm too old. I'm too poor. I'm too this. I'm too that. I would also like for us to take that I'm too out of our vocabulary and just be I am. I am good enough. I am powerful enough. I am strong enough. I am young enough. I am old enough to be the creator of my world. And in order to do that, I have to put action. I have to step fully into the power that is mine. We've been gifted the power of choice. Choice in actions, choice in thoughts, choice in words. The quality of our life gets better or worse depending on which direction we go with our choices. When we stop owning the power, being fully integrated with the power that is ours, we're giving away our freedom of choice. Every day we get up and we have a choice to make. What am I going to make of this day? Am I going to greet the day with a smile? Am I going to greet the day with joy? Or am I going to get up out of bed and drudge to the kitchen for a cup of whatever I drink in the morning and just hope that it works? We have a choice. We've been gifted with the power of choice. I'm going to say that again. We've been gifted with the power of choice in our actions, our thoughts, and our words. The quality that our lives get better or worse depending upon which direction we go with our choices. It's up to us. It's up to us. And in a well-balanced mind, understanding is followed by action. When we really get it in our consciousness, we take action. We don't sit at a place of inaction. It doesn't work for us, does it? Has anything great ever been accomplished in our history, in our world, in our lives by thinking about it, by talking about it? Sometimes by talking about it, we get other people fired up and they take action, and here we are going, well, I could have done that. I had that idea. I never will forget, and today is my brother's birthday, and I never will forget he and I sitting and talking, and every time a new invention would come out, he would go, I thought about that 10 years ago. Something else would come up. Well, you know what? I actually drew up some plans for something like that 15 years ago. And one day I finally said, you know, when are you going to do something about these things and stop sitting around and thinking about them and putting that energy out into the world, out into the conscious mind of the universe, and letting somebody else pick it up and run with it? And he looked at me like, what? And that's another story. But sometimes it's almost like whenever we hear that we have the power to create, it's like the universe is saying, what is it that you want? What is it your heart desires? Yes, what? We go, what? Huh? Really? Because we are either afraid or something is blocking us from stepping into the truth of who we are, from being that which we are here to be, from living our best life, from modeling it. So if we think about something and we talk about it and we never model it, what do you think of people that do that? Demora goes, yeah. A lot of talk doesn't get us anywhere. I would love to see us all in action, moving in the direction of our dreams, moving in the direction of what our heart speaks to. Because when we do that, we are fully engaging our power. When you get a strong perception of something that our inner mind, our divine mind tells us is true and good, act on it. And from your demonstration will come. It'll come about. It will come into being. And that is the way that living faith works. And it is the law of the creative word. That comes from Charles Fillmore, one of our co-founders. So when you get a strong thought from that, it's like, where did that come from? Guess. Guess where that came from. That came from some sort of a divine connection. So when you get those strong thoughts, act on them. Put them into demonstration. Put them into being. And what we know is that that is part of the creative process, and it brings things into being. I know some people that are like, well, one of these days I'm going to be happy. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. And sitting and just saying, well, one of these days never happens. Because today is now, in this moment. Spiritual thinking is the pioneer that opens the way into new birth. But it must be followed by spiritual acting as part of every faculty, as part of the truth of who we are. That actually came from Charles Fillmore's book, Talks on Truth. We can think all of these divine ideas that we want to think. We can imagine all of these beautiful things that we want to imagine. We can sit on a mountaintop and just project what could be. But until we're ready to fully step into, hold on a second, let me get this back where we want to move. Until we're ready to fully step into who we're here to be and fully step into the place of action, we're just this, which is what Demora went a while ago. We're just this. So yes, practice your denials, practice your affirmations, practice your power of thought, practice your power of words, and definitely practice action. If we don't actually live it, how do we be it? If we don't be it, how do we demonstrate the power that is ours as divine expressions in this moment? And so I want to take a few moments. I want to invite us to move into a time of meditation. So if you will, just kind of relax into your chair, whether you're sitting at home at a desk or on the sofa in your favorite chair, whether you're in here in this room with us. I invite you just to Close your eyes and relax. Breathe into this moment. Breathe into the desires of your heart. Allow yourself to fully engage with what those are. Allow yourself to have an awareness and allow your mind to wander to those places where action can be taken. For we know it is not sufficient just to sit down and hold a thought of abundance in our lives. It's not sufficient without further action. Those beautiful ideas that come to us as our heart's desire must be used. And as those ideas, as those images, as those words come to us, I invite you to be alert. And then I invite you to take the next step. That step of action. For it is in that place of action that we begin to fulfill the desires of our heart. And as we look at this, we look at what may be saying, wait a minute. And we say, no. For the only minute we have is this one. And if we are guided to move, to take action, then we are guided to be that. Listen to your heart. Listen to the words it's speaking, to the images it's sharing. Be open to the guidance it offers. In that still, small place, guidance is available to us. Those still, small pieces are the seeds that bring forth the truth of who we are. Those tender dreams, those are the places where our lives are born, where our futures are set on course. And when we fill them with enough love that empowers us to take action, we begin the journey of bringing it about. And we take these ideas, we take these dreams, these visions, these hopes into a time of silence. what we are today is a result of our own past actions. Whatever we wish to be in the future depends on our present actions. Decide how you want to act now, for we are responsible for what we are, whatever we wish ourselves to be. We have the power to make ourselves. And so it is. Amen. So thank you so much for being with us today. And I know that those of you that are at home have an opportunity to share your tithes, your gifts, your offerings through either our texting, our mail-in, or through our website. And so we encourage you to support us in that way. Those of you that are here in the room, and it is so wonderful to have people in the room with us. And what I'll say to the rest of you is our task team is going to be meeting again this week to take into consideration the new guidelines and the things that are going on in Omaha. And so be watching for further announcements to be coming soon about the direction we're going to go in. So those of you that are in the room, if you will, go ahead and take your tithes, gifts, and offerings in your hand. We ask that you hold on to them until you begin to leave the room. And at the back of the room, there are a couple of tables on either side. You guys can come on up, Demora. There are a couple of tables on either side that are set up. There's some affirmations laying beside them. There's tables for you and a goblet for you to place your offering in. But join me as we say this powerful affirmation. Through the power of my thoughts, I create prosperity in my world. Let's do that again, but let's change the words. Let's do it 3 times. And each time we're going to change the word to, we have thoughts, we have words, and we have actions. So we're going to do it the first one again. Ready? Through the power of my thoughts, I create prosperity in my world. Words. Power of my words, I create prosperity in my world. Through the power of my actions, I create prosperity in my world.
Oh, here we go. Talking about prosperity, it's time to start turning up the energy again. So you have to decide what you're going to do for you. I'm going to turn mine up, right? You turn yours up.
Oh,
Let's celebrate. Come on. We can lift our hands all over this place. When we talk about the Spirit of the Lord, we're talking about personal energy. It's time to get it up here. Here we go. Yeah. I said, when the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will dance like David danced. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will dance like David danced. I will dance, I will dance. Oh, come on now. Some people are just sitting there wondering, is this a song I should participate in? I'm asking you, let's blaze it up. Here we go. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will pray like David prayed. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will pray like David prayed. Take this one up.
I will pray.
Oh,
I will pray. I will pray like David prayed.
When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will sing like David sang. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will sing like David sang. dance. I will move. Yeah. I will dance. Get next to you. Come on. Yeah. I will dance. I will dance. Oh, neighbor, I'm right here to dance with you. Come on. Will you move? Oh, come on, neighbor. Help me celebrate. I will dance. I will dance. I will move. Yeah. Woo! Some of you are moving. All right.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. And you know, when we talk about the Spirit of the Lord touching our hearts, that's talking about when we have opened up to that Spirit that is the divine nature of who we are. So, glorious thing. So, join me as we do bless the tithes, gifts, and offerings, those which are here and those which are coming. The gifts of love, the gifts of financial support, the gifts of action. And so we bless them, knowing that as they move in and through this ministry, they are blessing each and every one of us. And in that way, they are blessing the world as they flow out to the far corners. And so it is. Amen. All right. So are you guys ready for...
I need to share two things very quickly. Thoughts that gave me prosperity this week. The last couple of weeks, I've been wanting a grill. And the other day, I drove by and on the curb was a grill.
Okay, so prosperity thoughts created a grill for Vicky.
I got a little two-wheel bike with plenty wheels, and that was a bonus.
Okay, cool.
So as I drove away, I saw a red wagon, and I thought, I want a wagon for my yard for my kids.
There you go. There you go.
That afternoon, I drove down the street and I found a little blue wagon on the curb. And
So thoughts, but you had to be in action, you had to be out moving around, and you had to be looking. So thank you for sharing that, Vicky. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right. So let's join together in the prayer for protection. So, the light of God surrounds me.
I am that light.
The love of God enfolds me.
I am that love.
The power of God protects me.
I am that power.
The presence of God watches over me.
I am that presence.
Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Have a blessed week. We look forward to seeing you next week, whether it be virtually online or here in the presence in the sanctuary.